Yo, what's good, Griffin13 here back in the day, and today, guys, I'm here to tell you about the brand new March DLC car pack for Forza Motorsport 7, which I'm surprised is actually going unnamed, because normally, you know, it's like the Doritos car pack. No, this time around, it is just going to be the March car pack. And unfortunately, there is no McLaren Senna. I do apologize for those of you guys watching the video, hoping that there's a McLaren Senna. You can go ahead and click off now. But there are still some really cool, amazing cars that I am definitely excited about. But without further ado, let's go ahead and hop on into it. So to start things off, what we have is the 1932 Alfa Romeo XC90, which was actually raced by Enzo Ferrari himself. So you guys already know that this car is a huge piece of racing heritage. Unfortunately, Enzo Ferrari didn't win the race, but he did come in a very close second. And this car features something very unique that most cars don't have, and that is a weird pedal system, because instead of the gas pedal being on the right side, it's in the middle, which is very odd and unique. And the reason why Alfa Romeo was doing this is at the time in racing it introduced a new rule where mechanics no longer had to be in the car with the driver. So you no longer needed to have a mechanic, which means you no longer had to have 2 seats in the car, but you only needed 1 seat. So Alfa Romeo designed a car with only 1 seat and thought, well, we'll try this out and we'll put a pedal in the middle. So it's very interesting, to say the least. So up next, what we have is a car that was leaked way back in December, but unfortunately is one of the cars out of that leak that I was the least excited about, being the 1983 number 44 Jaguar XJR-5. Now, this car was relatively successful throughout its racing career, as Jaguar made their return to racing after a 25-year hiatus. This car participated in both WSC and IMSA, but however, due to some rule changes in WSC, Jaguar decided to stop participating later on and just focus on IMSA. And at the time, Porsche was doing extremely well in racing, and Jaguar gave them a run for their money. So the third car on this list is the 1988 Nissan number 33300ZX Bob Sharp racing car. And again, this is another one of the cars that I am probably least excited about out of this car pack, but it does have something really cool about it. This car was actually driven by Paul Newman himself. That's right, guys, this car was driven by Paul Newman, and if you go into Forza Vista when this car comes out, what you should be able to see is on the headrest is Paul Newman's initials. That is one of the coolest things out of any of the Forza Vista cars, hands down. Guys, that is honestly super freaking cool. The voice of Doc Hudson's initials on his race car. Think about that, guys. Think about that for a second. With 680 horsepower and only the roof and windscreen being stock, you know this car was ready to be raced. However, though, it never really saw the success that was expected, which unfortunately was a little bit of a letdown. So up next, what we have is the first car on this list that I actually got right, being the 1977 Brabham number 8 BT45B. Okay, I only got this partially right, alright? I didn't guess that it was going to be the number 8, and I didn't guess that it was going to be the BT45B. I just said it was the BT45. This is close enough, my dudes. This is close enough. But this car is actually famous for being the predecessor to the infamous fan car BT46B, where basically Bernie Eccleston just took the regular BT46 and was like, you know what, there's this new ground effects thing out. Let's go ahead and put this giant fan on it, since we can't really get anything else out of ground effects on this car. And it worked. It worked so well and was not illegal, which is the craziest part. It was not illegal to throw a giant fan on the back of your race car, and they ended up winning quite a few races with it, I believe. Or maybe they didn't win quite a few. I think they actually like scrapped it after, like, you know, some of the first season. But I mean, man, this car did so well, and people love the fan car. So up next, what we have is the second car on this list that I got right, being the 2017 Lincoln Continental. This car is Ford's version of luxurious, and I think they did it right this time. With leather seats that adjust 30 different ways, beautiful styling, reasonable price, and 400 horsepower V6 EcoBoost engine, this thing is no slouch, and it is no wonder why people desire this car. It looks glorious, it's decently fast, and it's comfortable to ride it. So we got a Ford in the form of Lincoln, but what about a Chevy? That's right, guys, we are going to be getting a Chevy this time around, and I know that some of you guys are going to be upset about this, but I'm actually really excited about this. It is almost making me think, like, maybe I should buy this instead of something else that is on my list, so I'll get to that here in a second. But we are getting our first Chevy pickup truck, the 2017 Colorado ZR2, the top-of-the-line Colorado. And like I said, our first Chevy pickup truck, which has got me super damn excited. I know some of you guys out there are going to be like, "Grr, we don't need more trucks and SUVs in Motorsport 7. Just think of it this way, guys. Think of it this way. We're getting these trucks and SUVs that are more than likely going to carry on to Horizon 4, where we can actually use them. Although it would be better, you know, if they put in some like race cars and hypercars and things like that we can actually use in Motorsport 7. I'm thinking long term though, because in Horizon 4, if this Colorado's not in Horizon 4, I am damn going to be mad, because I am obsessed with this thing. I want this truck. Although, like I was saying though, I'm thinking about possibly buying this. Not the ZR2, because I can't afford that, because it's like $45,000. But I've thought about purchasing the Colorado. I'm more on the fence towards the Toyota Tacoma, which here in the States, these are the only two mid-sized trucks available. Now over in Europe, they've got the Ranger, and they have the Hilux, which is basically a Tacoma except better. I'm not sure if they have the Colorado, but over here in the States, we only have the Colorado and the Tacoma until the Ranger comes here in 2018. But I'm actually really excited for this, and I don't know about you guys, but I know a lot of you guys are probably going to be mad about this car coming in the game, but I'm excited. I'm excited. So finally what we have is we have a car that people are going to love to hate, because it is another SUV. But it is probably the best SUV on the market today in the form of the 2017 Vovlo XC90, which has got a lot going for it. With a 4-cylinder engine that is boosted by electric motors, superchargers, and turbos, this car is definitely getting from point A to point B super damn quickly. And this tank has enough room to carry your kids and groceries, so you don't have to go out and buy a howitzer. You know, you can just buy a Vovlo XC90. The only difference is that you're not going to get a giant cannon coming out the front, but otherwise it's still about as safe. So I'm just saying, it is a Vovlo XC90, and it is the best SUV on the market. Would we rather have had the sedan or the wagon? Hell yes. But you can't deny that this is still a decent car. So anyway though, that's where I'm going to go and wrap it up for today. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what your guys' favorite car is out of this car pack. My favorite car is probably one of the most controversial ones out of here, and it is the 2017 Colorado ZR2. Guys, I just love that thing. I love that thing. I would want one in real life, so I kind of want to hear it in Forza, but that's beside the point. As well, if you guys want to, you can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at twitter.com/grip113 and instagram.com/grip113. And as well, if you guys like this video, go ahead and make sure to hit that like button down below for us, because you guys already know your support is so greatly appreciated. And make sure to subscribe for more videos come out all the time. Thank you guys so much for watching. Peace out.